registration center in Alexandria, Virginia for the registration for Southern Sudan's independence vote. It's a vote that will be happening January 9th through the 15th. But there are a lot of people from all over Southern Sudan who live across the world, and especially here in the United States. We're here with the head of the government of Southern Sudan's mission to the United States today at the registration center. Thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you for having me here.
So the turnout has been big. We were here a couple weeks ago, and this is the final day for registration, so we came back. How do you feel about the registration and about the vote in January?
Thank you very much. First, it is actually good that you came back and witnessed the closing. We are so happy to have friends like you to come and also be a part of this history. The closing is now official. Today is the last day of registration. People are excited. The turnout was good, and people are so reassured now that the referendum is going to be conducted on the 9th of January 2011. And people are excited and they are ready for a new nation. And that is what I'm hearing from people. I got a briefing also from Juba today that the registration has officially been closed and people are actually ready for the vote.
You're home in Michigan here in the United States, but you're here in Alexandria, Virginia, overseeing this registration center. What has it been like? What's the experience been like to see the people of your country come and register to vote in this referendum?
Well, first of all, I would say that it has been a blessing with everyone, because when we first moved to this state, people are in different states, you know. So this gives us opportunity to meet each other again. So it's in a way, it's kind of a reunion that you meet people that you haven't seen in like 5 years, and then it becomes really meaningful because we are working together.
People who are no longer in Southern Sudan to make sure that they got to a registration center, and now that they've registered, to make sure that they vote in January.
وقاعد يسأل حاجة ده مهم كيف إنه الناس اللي برا السودان يسجلوا ومهم قدر شنو إنه لازم يجوا كمان يصوتوا.
عندنا موضوع كبير يعني بتابنا في كل سنوات الكثير ما بنقوله طبعا نحن عندنا مشاكل دم بتاعنا مليان قدام ربنا نحن جنوبين اللي بقول جنوب السودان فنحن دم بتاعنا مليان قدام ربنا لو ربنا جاب لنا الفكرة أنه نحرب البلدنا ده نصعد به طوال نحن نكون جاهزين الاستبتاع ده نصعد للبلدنا نفحرق.
He said we have suffered for many years, many bloodshed, and God is our witness that so much bloodshed took place in Sudan, and the time has come right now for us to vote and register. To register and vote for the referendum, which is al-istifta. The referendum means a lot for us because of the bloodshed, and the time has come for all of us to come and participate to liberate our land.
Thank you very much.
Shukran.
شكرا جزيلا.
For Americans who may be hearing about the vote for the first time in the last couple of weeks, as it's been in the Western media, why is it important to pay attention for Americans to what's happening in Southern Sudan?
It is very important because the agreement that actually led us into this referendum was actually brought by the U.S. President of the United States of America, the former President of the United States of America, President Bush, were the one who actually championed this to bring the two parties together and reach an agreement. So the Americans are part of this history. Also, President Obama followed the same route, making sure that the CPA is implemented, and things are moving. So the Americans are part of this, and also Americans are always concerned about injustices and inequalities in different parts of the world, violation of human rights. So now having this referendum to make sure that all these injustices are brought to an end is what the Americans will see happen.
And finally, what should people be watching with concerns about voting, or the issues that will be leading up to the day when people actually start voting, not just in Southern Sudan but around the country? Where should the focus be?
I think it is very important to make sure that there is nobody in the north who is going to disrupt the process on the 9th of January, because there are some people who are not happy, just basically because of their own political reason. They might not be happy about the process, because it is basically leading up into either dividing the country into two or actually maintaining the unity of the country. But it is very clear now, Southerners are going to vote, and they might decide to vote for the independence. And maybe somebody in the north would not be happy. So making sure that it is free, fair, transparent, and the process is so open So nobody at the end of the day will say that, well, the process was not transparent and then it's not free and fair. So disruption of the process should be prevented by all means.
It is important for Westerners and for Americans to follow what's happening in southern Sudan with the registration and now the vote in January.
In fact, the referendum is one of the things that the Southerners have been waiting for long. And being that America is one of the major brokers in signing the peace agreement, which is called the CPA in 2005. So that's why we are making sure that this takes place in time, as agreed in the agreement in the CPA. And that's why the process that we are sensitizing the people in the United States, in the diaspora, to get involved and to come and practice this democratic right. It's a democratic right that the Southerners should really exercise.
How important do you think it is for the vote and the referendum for the U.S. relationship with so many people who are right now part of Sudan but could be independent in southern Sudan, to have their own government, to have their own independence, their own sovereignty?
You know, the story of Sudan or the South Sudan didn't start now. This has been there for 55 years. And then fighting has been there, a lot of lives that we lost to 2.5 million people. And people say, let us now try. If we try unity by then, and we lost that life, why don't we try something else that will serve lives, and then we can continue living as neighbors and good neighbors, rather than living as brothers and we've been fighting all these years, and all these lives we lost. So that's why now the referendum came as an option, whereby we need every Southerner to exercise, and even the Western world now, they know that what's happening in Sudan. But we in Sudan and diaspora, we kind of very sad because we didn't get the support that we're supposed to get. First of all, there is some countries they commit to help in the referendum, even to sponsor the referendum, and they didn't come out with that pledge. And now we want, from now, that we're going to a second phase of the process, which is the voting, and the people, our friends, the American friends, European friends, let them really commit to their commitment, so that we can help those people to come on board and, make the process easy.
As a young person, you come from Sudan, southern Sudan, you're here outside of Washington, D.C., and you see this registration center. What's it like to see that, to see all the people who are now in Washington, D.C., in this area, coming to register to vote?
رأيك شنو في يا انتي كشابة وفنانة مشهورة في السودان، جيتي مشوار ده كله وجيتي شفتي المركز بتاع التسجيل الاستفتاء، انتي شعورك شنو ورأيك شنو في الكلام ده كله؟
فأنا مبسوط شديد عشان أنا وصلت هنا، فلما أنا قمت من السودان أنا ما سجلت هناك لأنه أنا ما أقدر نجي هنا، لو تأخرت يمكن أنا بقدر أمشي لفوت الصوت هناك. أسي أنا جيت وسجلت هنا وأنا أنا سجلت هنا في دي سي، وأنا بقعد لحد يوم 9 ومنه نرجع في الجنوب لأنه I want to vote for my right, for my freedom.
She came, and because of the distance, she was happy to find that the registration center is operating very well, and decided to register here because of to secure her vote. And she will be here for a while in the United States, so she will be able to also cast her vote in the US. And so she's very happy with that, and here's her card.